You are listening to the Emergency Podcast System, brought to you by Coral Springs Charter in association with Panther Promotions. And now, the Panther Pod. Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Get out of here. Don't even breathe on me. Get out of here.
Yeah!
Here's Johnny.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special pandemic edition of the Panther Pod, brought to you by those good folks at Corona. We're very excited to be here with you today. We're trying to stave off isolation sickness, as you could probably tell by our introduction there. We're going a little batty, but I'm sure you all are. But we're very happy to be here with you today. It's a special edition. Right now, it's just me in our new Panther Pod studio, which is located in the basement of an abandoned FYE in southern Dade County. And I'd like to introduce our remote guest for the day. We actually have two guests for the day, but one of which is a mystery guest, which we're going to have our first guest, Miss Parks. Hello, Miss Parks.
Hello.
It's nice to have you with us.
Good. I just want to say I really like what you did there in the beginning, the pandemic Panther Pod. I hope they caught that.
Well, it was really all right off the top of my head. You know, I'm an ad-libber. But yes, Miss Parks is coming. We're not going to ask her where she is because we really don't want anybody knowing where we are. Because it's a very trying time for all of us. But we are moving in the right direction, I think. But we're going to talk about all that. But Miss Parks, how have you been? How have you been doing?
I've been doing good. It's not hard for me to stay entertained, obviously.
I would hope not.
Working on lots of projects right now.
Lots of projects? Like what?
Mm-hmm. Well, for one, I set up a little film studio in my kitchen. So I'm pretty excited about that, actually.
Really? I
can get to go anywhere I want in the world now.
Oh, yeah, I know what that's called. That's called Zoom, isn't it? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I guess all of Charter will soon know, what Zoom is all about.
Yes, yes, they will. So we have a mystery guest on the phone with us. Tap the microphone, mystery guest, just to show that you're there. That was great job. So,
I heard that.
Miss Parks, you don't know who we have here. The people out there don't know who we have here, but it's certain that you are going to know who this person is, and so will most of the people who are listening to this, all 7 of them. So, Miss Parks, I would like you to ask me a few questions to try to see if you can guess who our mystery guest is indeed. So they have to be yes or no questions. All right?
Okay.
Are you game?
Yeah. And you're sure I know them?
I am 1,000,000% sure. Which means means that there's, a small likelihood that you don't. Do you like them? Do you like them? That's a very complicated emotion right there. The last I heard you did, but there are a lot of canaries around our school, but no, you definitely like this person without a doubt. So go ahead. Who do you give me yes or no questions?
Do I work with the person?
Do you work with the person?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Is the person a male?
Yes.
Okay. And I don't work with them.
Correct. You do not work with them.
Have I worked with them?
Yes.
Okay. Are they short?
Compared to you, no. Compared to me, no. Compared to LeBron James, yes, they're short. I wouldn't categorize this person as short. That's not. There are many other adjectives that come to mind for this person.
Okay, so I'm gonna break it down by department. Let's see. Are they in the science department?
Well, they're not in any department in our school.
Were they in the? Where were they in the science department?
No.
There goes my buddy Fisher again.
We tried to get Buddy Fisher, but he's I think on his way. He's on his way to Tatooine right now.
All right.
So come on. We only have 7 minutes left. Come on.
Social studies, yes.
Social studies. Yes. Okay. Fine. Yes.
All right. Is it Adrian?
Yes, it is.
I need more information.
Wait.
Wait, who is it? Hold on.
Adrian.
It is Mr. Adrian Carpio himself.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing, Mr. Carpio?
I'm so excited to be here with both of you. It's amazing. I don't think we've been together since
last year.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Been a while.
It's amazing, Carpio. You are this far from sincerity. That's terrific. Well, welcome to Mr. Carpio, as we know him as Benedict Arnold. He found pastures. They're not very green right now, but Mr. Carpio. For those of you who don't know, meaning everybody who's not Cambridge. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Carpio was a social studies teacher at Coral Springs Charter for a few years. Then
5 years.
5 years, yes, same as me, or at least at the time. Then apparently he found a mail order bride, and he's now somewhere up north, where you're probably. That sounds like a great decision you made, Carpio.
I did. I don't regret it.
Yeah.
And my mail order bride is still here. She has not asked for a divorce, so I have not received the $25,000 yet that I was promised by some Russian overseas.
Well, that check. You know, all your checks go through me. So.
Did she come with return postage just in case?
Ooh.
Oh my God!
What kind
of mail order bride are you talking about?
Well,
it did not say fragile, okay, on the box.
You mean fragile?
Yeah.
Fragile. What a great movie reference that is, Parks. A Christmas Story. Wouldn't it be lovely if it was still Christmas right now? Oh my God!
It feels like it.
I know, right?
Yeah, it feels like it. We're going to be on vacation till September.
Indefinitely.
Yeah,
I'm definitely on vacation now. The governor just canceled school for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
yesterday.
They have not done that here yet, and honestly, I mean, we'll get into this in a little while, but honestly, I think that if we can do what we're being told to do down here, we might actually get a break. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic, but anyway, I would like to begin by asking how everybody's doing. How are you guys coping with your self-isolation? Talk to me. What's going on? You know how I'm doing. You could hear it in my voice. So
who wants to go first?
Yeah, you have to call on one of us, otherwise.
Oh my God! This is not a classroom. Talk.
Carpio, ready? 1, 2, 3.
So yeah, I've been doing.
All right,
great.
Parks. What's going on? Tell us. You walked right into that one. Well, now nobody's talking. All right, Carpio, go ahead. How's it going up there? Guests first.
I've been in self quarantine since. Let's see. It's going to be almost 2 weeks already. Because our last day was Wednesday of the week before. So I don't have a problem staying home. I have a lot of stuff here to keep me entertained. I have all my books.
I was just about to say that.
I also have a PlayStation 4. And yeah, so that's and of course I have Twitter, which is slowly killing me as we speak.
He probably doesn't even have any followers anymore because they are probably
everybody follows at Angry Carpio still.
Tired of him ranting about politics.
I actually had to delete my original account because some Bernie bros came after me. And so instead of being harassed, I just decided, you know what? Let me just start over fresh.
Parks, you owe me $5. I said it was going to be under 10 minutes before he went political.
I would like to.
I did not go political.
Raise you 100, Mr. Groothuis.
I did not go political. I did not say anything. I just said I was, harassed.
All right, so basically, you're sitting back, tweeting and reading War and Peace for the 97th time. That's pretty much what you're doing.
Yes.
All these like movie and TV recommendations, you're just chewing them up and spitting them out. You're going back to reading about the Cold War again.
I'm watching TV. I'm watching. I'm streaming.
All right, good.
I'm streaming.
Good, but you're okay. You're hanging in there.
I'm great. Demi's doing fine.
Who? Demi. Yes, Demi.
Yeah, she's also been here since Wednesday. So we haven't killed each other yet. So
all right.
Yeah,
I'll stop it there. So Parks, what have you been up to?
I'm doing good. I have a schedule. In the morning, I count sands in the hourglass.
Those are the days of
and
our lives.
Have some lunch, not sure, maybe a milkshake too. I'm not sure about, Then the evening, just dream about what life might be like once we get out. It's really magical, actually.
I knew you'd find that silver lining. Well, I've been, it's interesting with me because this whole thing has been like remarkably like exactly like my regular life. Like nothing's changed.
Absolutely nothing going on.
Nothing's changed. I wake up at the crack of noon, and I try to find the most like disgusting, fattening thing I could possibly eat for breakfast. I put on Ghostbusters 2 for the 35th time in a row.
And then you fall asleep.
Then I watch
Godfather 2.
No, I watch the WWE Network until 5 a.m. where I fall asleep. This is my life. You're now experiencing what I go through every day. What'd you say, Park?
I said, and then you do it all over again.
Exactly. Now it's becoming Groundhog Day. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Like I live by myself, so that's a little tough.
Sad.
Well, it's not that it's sad.
We should fast forward now and get.
Well, wait a minute. What? Are we on a time limit? Where are we going? I'm seeing what's going on back in my hometown in New York, and it's very difficult to watch, but I do. Like CNN is on all the time in my house. I just can't. It's like I just can't take my eyes off it. The toughest thing for me, selfishly, is that I can't see my parents or my brother and his wife and his baby. So that's been the tough part for me. But I'll deal with that.
Wow! Talk about like coming to a screeching halt.
Well, I'm counting on you to roast me a little bit, but like I do to you, but you don't do it.
Oh wow!
Well, because we're not quite sure if you're joking or serious.
I'm dead serious, but since when does that matter? I mean, come on. I mean, I think the three of us are way beyond caring if someone's actually going through something traumatic. But anyway, so the next question I have for you guys, and how have you been in touch with like your students, and what's their reaction, or how are they coping with this or feeling about this that you know of?
Well, I've been. This is why you need to tell us who should.
You know what it should be like. Every question, you just go first, and then I'll follow.
Okay.
All
right, so I'll go. 3.
Wait, I make the rules. Carpio, you go first.
Okay. Well, I've had some students email me, about late work and what they can do to improve their grade. I mean,
are you still a charter?
I know. It doesn't change. You go to a different state, and all these kids are exactly the same.
Yep.
But we haven't. We just got guidance recently about what type of assignments we can give the kids, and it can only be review stuff. And then apparently they're supposed to tell us when we can start teaching new stuff. I don't think we're going to be using Zoom. I think we might be just recording lectures and stuff like that, and posting assignments. So we'll see what happens.
And you teach middle school, correct?
Yes, I went back to the middle school after teaching high school for 8 years, but 7 years prior, I also taught middle school. So
what do you like better now?
I like high school better just because of the atmosphere. Middle school, there's a lot less going on. So I miss the high school atmosphere.
Yeah, that's good.
I miss the SGA events, and I miss those kids, and I miss you.
All right,
guys.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a great show, and we will see you.
I knew it. Any mention of SGA, I knew it would cut the conversation short.
Wait, I have to give myself an insulin injection. Hold on. So what? So you miss SGA? You miss what else do you miss?
Oh, I miss the staff. I miss just like going to happy hours and
the
just
staff,
hanging out with everybody.
The two people you knew are right here on the phone with you.
No, come on. I hung out with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah. We did. Wait, but let me just tell you about this year. We started a monthly Cheers charter, right? And there's only the 7 people that actually show up. But it would have been nice to have you on, because I know you would have came.
Oh, for sure.
He was. Am I allowed to say what you were planning on doing? Now that you're not, Carpio.
Who, me?
No, Carpio.
What?
You were coming down here.
Oh yeah, I was planning on coming down there in the beginning of April.
Ironically, the weekend that I was not going to be here. I was going to WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Shut up.
Still living in the 80s, this guy.
You're damn right. Well, you're the one who's reading novels from the 1920s.
Actually, the 1870s. Come on, or 1880.
Oh, God. Oh. All right, great.
I'm not sure there's anything left to be said after that.
Yeah.
So, Miss Parks,
what about you?
Yeah, what's going on? What have you heard from your kids?
Well, currently, right now, I'm on spring break, and I take that very serious, actually. So no communication is allowed during break.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the kids definitely are. The seniors are definitely a little depressed, knowing how they lost the Europe trip and a lot of other things. But it's kind of like life. They gotta learn to bounce back. They're young. They'll be fine. I'm not too worried.
Yeah. What's their? Oh, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, and then I'm starting to think about how I'm going to teach through distant learning, and so it's going to be a little learning curve for all of us. But we will prevail.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We will. What is their reaction, if any, if you've heard about, the fact that Cambridge has canceled all their exams, Florida has canceled their state assessments, and that's something that people have been wanting for a long time, and it took a deadly pandemic to do it. But what is there? But now I find that they're actually kind of mad about it.
Well, because they think they're going to get hurt by it, and they really want it.
Obviously, I don't blame them for thinking that.
But it's too early for them to kind of, worry about it yet, because we're not really sure what they're going to do yet, what Cambridge is going to do. There's lots of
unanswered questions. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, the things we don't know. But I think this is actually a benefit for them in the long run, because if they don't have to take the test, it said they were all going to get grades. So, it's almost like they're going to have to give the people the benefit of the doubt. So, I think it's actually a good thing for them in the long run.
I do too, and I also think that this is, this is a terrible thing. God willing, we will all, meaning every single one of us, get through this unscathed, but they are living history. Yeah. I was thinking about that yesterday, in between Ghostbusters 2 and Stripes. But no, they are living history. This is uncharted territory for everybody. Literally, there's not one person on the planet who can say, "Oh, well, I went through Vietnam, or I went through 9/11, or I did this." Nobody's been through anything like this before. I don't think anybody alive right now remembers the Spanish flu. So, although my dad was telling me about the polio scare of the 1950s. Do you guys know about that?
Yes, I remember seeing some pictures of kids getting vaccinated.
Right.
In some central locations.
Oh, you mean they actually had a vaccine in the 1950s?
Yeah, and they had a proper government response.
Imagine that.
Don't start now,
Well, we'll save time for that. But yeah, I think they're going to look back on this, and regardless of the prom and the sports and everything that they are missing out on their senior year, this is going to be a teachable thing. They're going to be able to talk to their kids and grandkids about these things the way we teach about things like 9/11 and the things that we've experienced that were horrible but made us, the loser. I mean, the great people we are today. So that's where I see this going. But just God willing, everybody down here just gets through it. Maryland, who knows? Where do you live, Carpio?
Virginia.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly the same thing. Well, I think everybody just needs to do what we're being told to do, and that would be a new one for a lot of people. Did you see what was your Carpio? What was your attitude? Because it was very telling for us. But what was your attitude when you saw all those kids on the beach in northern Florida there for spring break?
Oh my God!
I can imagine.
It was ridiculous, but you can't stop these kids from going on spring break. They're only thinking about themselves. I think part of the problem was, though, that from the very beginning they were told, that this disease only affects older people. But it wasn't really stressed that these kids can still contract it, not have any symptoms, but yet then come home and spread it to their families. Now recently we've seen how there are a lot of younger people that are feeling the effects of this disease, but unfortunately it was too late. Yeah,
I was horrified by it. Especially because I saw Parks out there with them. I was like, what are you doing?
I was about to say, I said I'm ready to go join them.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Luckily, I don't live with Grandma, so I'm chill. I'm good.
That's true. Look, if I had gas money to get up there, I would have been there too.
Well, actually, here in Washington D.C., it's the cherry blossom season. So all around the tidal basin, where the Thomas Jefferson Memorial is all these people every year go and watch and look at the cherry blossoms. And there were a crap ton of people out there looking at those trees. Did you
go to the Cherry Blossom Festival?
No, I did not. I mean, no way.
But are they standing 6 feet apart from each other?
No, they were not standing 6 feet apart.
What are they, like on each other's shoulders? Or like, what are they doing?
Yeah, it was like spring break, in Fort Lauderdale.
Jesus. Like they don't think it's real. But I think they're starting to get the point. I think it's coming across. But in any case, look, we know everybody knows what's going on, so there's no reason to harp on it. Let's move into lighter fare. What are some of Parks? I'll start with you on this because I know you like this stuff. What are some of have you been binging anything like TV shows or movies or things like that, like entertaining stuff that you've discovered?
Actually, I have not done the binging yet. I keep trying to think of that next great series to start, but I haven't really quite gotten one. I have been, doing the normal spring cleaning, getting rid of a lot of stuff. Like I said, working on my film studio in the kitchen. Yeah. I realized after I set it up that I couldn't open the refrigerator, so I'm not really sure of how I'm eating.
You still think you're moving, don't you?
And then it's so much easier to throw things away when you realize that, I'm thinking about having a garage sale with all my charter shirts. What do you think?
Well, that's a good idea.
Or use the toilet paper when I run out. Too.
With the charter shirts, you're going to need them next year. You realize nobody believes you. And good luck getting a flight over wherever it is you're going. Also.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking about if I could fit in a suitcase and just shit myself over there.
There's no safe way to ship.
She said shit.
I think I need to lose 10 pounds before I fit in it, but it's got a lot of problems.
There's no safer way to travel than what you just said right now. Inside the suitcase, self luggage. No frills passengers.
Sneeze on me now, I'll be good.
Exactly. Carpio, have you been besides reading books you've read, and basically staying a teacher during this time? Have you been watching anything or looking at anything?
Yeah, I've been watching, movies. I just recently saw this movie called Yesterday, which is based on this idea that the Beatles didn't exist, but this guy was the only one that knew of their existence, and so he starts singing all their songs, and it's a really good movie.
I need to add that to the list. Actually, somebody else told me about that a long time ago.
I started watching The Outsider. Well, actually, I finished The Outsider. On HBO, based on that Stephen King. Book that was really good. I started watching also Little Fires Everywhere.
Little Fires Everywhere.
Yeah, on Hulu. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been watching.
That sounds.
I started that too, actually.
God, that's if I'm having trouble sleeping, it sounds like I should just go to your house.
And I need to. I started watching the last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, so
I haven't. I watched the first couple episodes. I wasn't loving it.
Oh,
is it good?
I mean, I'm up to episode 4. It takes a little bit to get going, but it's.
Gru, you never got into that?
No, I did. I'm a huge fan of it, but the first couple episodes of this season, to me, weren't that funny. So I just
new one. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I know. I've watched every episode of every season. I guess I was waiting for this season to end so I could just watch them all at the same time. Because I wasn't loving it. It wasn't appointment television like it used to be. At least to me. But maybe I'll see it a little differently. But
I've also watched Contagion. That was interesting to watch.
You needed a comedic break from the from the. I was watching Outbreak. I needed a break from all the bad news.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Classic. Wait, Carby, have you heard of When America Falls Apart or something like that? Or what is it?
No, what is that?
It's on Hulu too, or it's on it's on HBO. It's like it's
Carpio
really
doesn't have all of these things.
It's about Nazis and America.
Yeah, it's HBO.
You're talking about The Plot Against America.
Yes, The Plot Against America. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I saw the first episode. Amazing. I didn't read the book, but and you know what? It's very much it's very relevant today. If you watch that first episode.
How did you see it though? Your TV only goes up to channel 13.
I have my own HBO now.
Okay, good. Yeah.
He moved up in the world.
I'm waiting for HBO Max. That's the one, and then.
I have them all. Really oh, here and just a side note. Here is the $1 million question, Parks. Are you or are you not a subscriber to Disney Plus?
I have to admit, I am actually, and
Me too.
my icon is Nemo, and every time I open it up, I just get so excited.
Thank God. Thank God. Now I have a question. There is education in the show every time. So Miss Parks, marine science teacher. A question that's been bothering me because I have watched Finding Nemo since we've been on lockdown here. Among other things, which I'll get to a minute. But one thing that's always bothered me: if all drains lead to the ocean, that means we're swimming in a lot of bad stuff, right?
Well, let me tell you this: when that movie first came out, the little kids who saw it really thought that was true, and they were taking their fish and they were dumping them in the toilet and flushing it, thinking that they were saving. Or sending the fish to their home.
Yeah. You mean it's not true?
No. You actually get sent to the water treatment plant where you get caught in these series of nets and pretty much die from suffocation. So it's actually
pleasant.
It's a brutal death. So
it's better than what you excrete going into the ocean where people used to swim.
Well, you know what? It's better than sitting through one of your general. What is that? What's that class you teach? That joke class? What is it?
Global Perspectives. Hey!
Let's fast forward to the segment 2, please.
Wait a minute. Take it easy. Yeah. So you mean Nemo lied to us the whole time? They don't go to the ocean.
There's lots of true things in that movie. If you would like, I can send you a whole, list of all the true things, But every now and then there's a little creative liberty at play. So.
All right, fine. Well, speaking of the, what was that show called you were talking about, Carpio? The Plot Against America?
Yes.
Well, I watched a show on Amazon called Hunters. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of this?
Yes, you've been trying to get me to watch it for a month now.
I don't know what you're talking about. We haven't spoken since now. This is our first time speaking to each other since you turned on us.
Listen, everybody. This guy randomly tweets me, "You have to watch Hunters now."
I do no such thing. I'm not even on social media. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you text me. I mean.
Oh.
I was gonna say, does he Twitter you because he knows that's you'll actually read it?
Yeah.
Parks, have you heard of Hunters?
Not until you had just harassed him 5 times yesterday.
Well, it's a crazy show. It's based on a real situation. It's definitely historical fiction because as you probably know, there were many Nazis. Nazi doctors, Nazi scientists who were brought over to the United States after World War II and given jobs within the United States, many with NASA, like Werner von Braun. I know you've probably heard of that name, who they were all scattered throughout the United States. And Simon Wiesenthal and his group of people were looking for them to bring them to justice. What this show is about is a group of vigilante hunters led by Al Pacino who are looking to what?
No, renowned Jewish actor.
Oh, you would
Al Pacino.
He sells it, man. I have to give it to him.
I mean,
he
but
really
could
does.
they find a Jewish actor to do it? Come on.
All right, fine, but an actor's an actor, and he's one of the best ones. So, he's like, why are you killing this person? Well, she's got a great butt. No, it's not like that. It's not like the line, it's not like that. I know that, but we got to be clean here. But no, it's basically the antithesis of what the Wiesenthal group was doing, because these guys are actually hunting them down and torturing them and killing them. And it's a real morality play, and it's kind of like it's not perfect. What?
It's wholesome family fun.
I didn't say that.
It sounds like a real morale.
I didn't know. It's like you question. You're supposed to root for these hunters, but then you question whether they're really doing the right thing. They don't glorify it. Then the reason, what makes it so good, is that they don't glorify it by showing how much it takes for them to do these terrible things, and like they're really punishing themselves by doing what they feel is necessary. So it's not like
it's like teaching.
It's not sounds like life.
Yeah. But it's not like they do these things to these Nazis and then run out of the room like with their fists in the air, like, yeah, let's go. It's not like that. It's like it really makes them ponder what they're really doing, and it's very deep. It's got a lot of Tarantino type stuff. As far as it's hard to explain. Like, it's very quirky, but you guys would actually really like it. It's definitely not. It's definitely not a laugh riot. But
no, I saw that first episode, and it reminds me a lot of Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Are you allowed to say that on the air? Is that allowed?
That's a movie.
Yeah,
you might have to beat that up.
It's trademarked. But no, I highly recommend it to you and to everybody out there. It's violent. It's definitely violent. It's got every excess imaginable. But
you need to watch it so he can stop.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. What? You know what I gotta do though? I can
stop talking about it. So there's this great show called. So there's this great show called Hunters.
No, listen. I'm just gonna find like the episode synopsis online and just pretend that I watched it.
Yes, it's like the Cliff Notes. You gotta find the Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
You know what? This is bringing back so many memories from room 141.
Hey, Parks. Remember how almost every day after school, Gru used to go to your room, and and he would just complain and whine. Oh my
God! Whine, complain. Look, who's
Good
more?
Times.
Look,
that's right.
Who's more guys? Come on. Who's more happy-go-lucky than
downhill.
Me? Come on.
It all went downhill.
I'm Mr. Positivity.
Oh yeah.
Come on. I'm only trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. In fact, Carpia, you left, and Parks, a year later, you're leaving. I'm starting to think it's me.
Uh-oh.
I'm on to you. I got you.
You just got that now?
Yes. Well, you know me. It takes a while. I'm a global perspectives teacher. How much am I going to really know? My idol is Matt Garcia.
Oh.
I think that needs to get beat out.
Well, in any case, so how is so Parks? Why don't you tell us? I mean, look, you are, if all things are equal, you are going to be leaving Charter. Talk to us about that a little. Talk to us about that.
Well, it's definitely bittersweet. I'm not sure I have fully felt the effects of saying goodbye to the Panther family, but it is definitely something that I have always wanted to do. It's been a dream of mine. And in the beginning of the year, after Carpio left, it was it. I decided, just kidding. I
See,
decided
there it is. After Carpio left. Even in her goodbye post to you, she's like, "Yeah, you're leaving me with Groothuis to drain the life out of me." I remember that. Yes, you did. I remember.
I predicted.
Yeah. Where exactly are you going?
The fallout. I knew it was coming.
Where exactly are you? Is the new job?
I am moving to Qatar.
Who?
Is that even how you say it?
Yes.
Qatar?
Me and Mr. Springer
Qatar.
looked it up because I didn't want to be an idiot when I was talking to them.
Where is that?
It's right next to Dubai.
You're going to India?
They don't. It's actually
global perspectives teacher over here.
Sometimes I wonder if he's kidding or not.
Wait, are you going to India?
Which is the scary part. What?
Is that where you're going? You're going to India?
No.
You said it was right next to Dubai.
No,
Yeah.
that's Mumbai.
Oh.
We might want to edit that part out.
Why? I thought you said... Well, look, that's why they don't have me teaching geography anymore.
I mean, the word global is in the title of your class.
Carmio, the fact that you even knew what he was
Wait
talking
a minute.
about, I was like, do you not know where
So
Dubai
where's...
is?
No. I know where Dubai is. Are you going to... Do you... I mean, it's not that easy to get there these days.
Wait, hold on. The reason why he doesn't know where Dubai is that it wasn't in like the handful of 1980s movies he rewatches over and over again.
That's not true. Didn't Slumdog Millionaire happen in Dubai?
Yeah, hence why Mumbai. Hence why you know Mumbai. That's the point.
So then where's Bombay? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
So you're going to Dubai? Are you?
Saudi Arabia? How about that?
Well, hey, to each his own. Are you excited about it? I mean, I hope you are.
I'm very excited. Very excited. My family and friends are probably a little nervous for me, but I tell them I'll be fine, and this is the right decision, and it's something I've always wanted, and so I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah. Do they have do they broadcast the Cubs games there?
I'm gonna have to pay, I think, for a VPN service, and then be able to get all the U.S. shows. Maybe, hopefully, WGM will be on the world's greatest network. By the way,
Groot, yeah, they do have the internet in other parts of the world.
They do? Is that the same thing as the worldwide interweb?
Yes. But
Nice.
they still use the AOL disk to get online, though.
Oh, you mean like dial-up? Dial-up. Okay.
Yeah, I will say this, though. It hit me that I left charter probably in my first week at school. Because, I was used to hanging out with all you guys and joking around before class, when we would set up classes and stuff like that. And, it was very different to be in a new school. And also, I live, when I lived over there in Springs, I lived, 5 minutes away from the school. In my school here, I live 30 minutes away. So, it's been a little difficult, to create those kinds of relationships that I had, at charter. I don't think I'll ever create those relationships again. But
that's why they always say when you leave, they all come back. I don't get it.
Oh, I'm not coming back to Florida.
I mean, doesn't your mom live down here?
Yeah, my mom and my sister and my nephew.
All right, good. So you will be back to Florida.
Well, to visit.
Oh. Nobody.
When my mom has her funeral happens.
Oh my God! What's the matter with you?
I thought you were going to say when she had.
Why would you say that?
There's the end of that. But
That's
you went
terrible.
to the funeral.
That's terrible. But you know what we got to do, Carmia? We got to visit parks in Dubai. We have to because just so we can go to Abu Dhabi.
Carmia, would you come?
Dubai.
No, but it's near.
Yes.
See, I know what I'm talking about. You're talking to me like I just looked it up on the internets.
Yeah.
People will be like, I'm here, and he's literally in the middle of Mumbai, and I'm picking you up from the Doha airport.
Now, they have cars there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's very progressive.
Which side of the road? Which side of the road do they drive on?
That's a very good question, actually. I've been wondering.
It's funny because I asked the same question that I just asked when I went to Israel when I was 19. I really, I was so mal-educated. I had no idea that Israel was so progressive, and it was. Like, I asked if it was like, I thought it was like all desert. When you're young, when you're that young, you think of the Middle East. What do you think of? You don't think of Miami or New York. You think, you think very differently. So going there, going that far away was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. It was just so much fun, and you'll have an amazing time. Just like you're learning every single day, and there's learning in a classroom. Then there's really learning, like that. I hate to upset the current seniors, but that last year's, and you've both been on a couple of these things, but the Cambridge trips. What those kids pick up on those trips is simply amazing. And I got that experience last year.
Actually, I only got it once with Carpio because both times I had
right, but you've been on more than one, right?
Wait,
but
no, Parks. We were together twice. We went to England and France, and then we went to Italy.
Carpio, you forgot. I got
Parks got sick. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I went backpacking for 2 months after college and visited all throughout Europe, and I've been to Israel too, and so traveling to me has always been something that's been important to me. So that's why it was the main reason for this endeavor.
Yeah, and when I was in the movie business, I traveled all over the world. Who knows? I might have even been in Dubai. I don't remember, but I might have been. But we all wish you the very best of luck. And look, we all definitely hope that you have not taught your last class at Charter, meaning that, yes, I do hope we are back there before the end of the year. Do you think we will be, Parks?
I would like to refrain from answering that question.
I'll answer. I
Go
really
ahead.
doubt it.
I think we will be. For some reason, I'm thinking that by May we might be able to turn this thing around.
I don't think we'll go back, but there's a possibility that the seniors still might get a prom and a graduation. But they're not going to, I don't think, put us all back in a classroom because you have to think about it. They have to do it for every school in Broward County. It's not just Charter.
Yeah,
it's
true.
And everything like that. But the seniors still might get to hold on to the prom and a graduation and, limit the ticket numbers. Maybe only give them one ticket per each. So that's what I'm really hoping for.
Yeah, and my summer job is in limbo right now, but yeah. I mean, I work at it's not. I say job because yes, it's a job, but it's not like I'm complaining that I'm losing a job. It's my favorite thing to do, and I can't wait to do it every year. So that's bumming me out. Although they haven't said a word about it, they're moving forward as if things are happening. But if we don't go back to school, I don't see parents sending 300 kids out in the woods for 2 months.
I don't know about that. I think if anything's going to give them, I think by June we'll be ahead of this thing. Personally,
I hope so. I mean, I hope so.
I think parents want nothing more than to send their child away.
That's you know what? You bring up an excellent point because it's been a week and a half, almost, not even. Okay, for us in Florida anyway. Tomorrow it'll be a week and a half. Parents, now I'm not a parent, so I don't know, but parents they're going crazy with their kids.
Yeah.
Like they are, like that's the number one complaint. Can somebody please take my kids? Now all of a sudden now, they don't send their kids to school when there is school. Okay, but now that there isn't school, they want to get them out there. You know,
yeah, I don't feel sorry for any of these parents because of the way that they usually treat us as glorified babysitters. I'm glad that they're going through all this difficulty.
Just a stipulation from Parks and I, Adrian Carpio does not represent the views and attitudes of Parks and myself. We love our parents. We love the support. We love everything. It's just what I'm noticing, and this is countrywide. It's not limited to South Florida, but that's, friends of mine who have kids. They're like they're going crazy, and it's unfortunately it's just getting started. It's probably going to be really bad for a couple weeks, and then hopefully we'll get on the upswing if, like I said, people do what they what they're being told to do. But what's now we're going to get into some dangerous territory. But since we've got Carpio here, we have to. I have to ask you, Mr. Carpio, about the politics of this thing. What?
Oh, I'm hanging up.
No. You won't hear it from. Listen.
I can't do this.
Parks, you're not gonna. I'm asking Carpio. He's level-headed about these things. I'm not, so I will refrain. Wait, what? Carpio's right. Carpio's right down the middle. He's a moderate. He's not a liberal. He's not. He's a registered independent. We all know that. No, I mean, I think it's good for us to hear because unlike a lot of the pundits that we see on TV talking about this stuff, we know Carpio has half a brain. So we know that what he says is coming from an educated place. So I think
it's coming from half of an educated place.
All right, fine, but at least, that's half more than like Betsy DeVos has. So I'm curious to I'm curious to hear what Mr. Carpio thinks about how this is being run politically.
I'm not sure you want this on the Panther Pod.
Why?
We might have to cut this segment too.
You've said that about every segment so far.
the pod is only going to be, hi everybody, okay, goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
If they get to this part, guarantee you everyone's hung up by now.
I do want to hear. I do want to hear what you think.
Listen. I'll only say this. I think the health of Americans is much more important than the stock market. Without if people go back to work before this thing is actually contained, the hospitals are going to be overrun. There's not enough. There's not enough equipment. Doctors and nurses are going to get sick. The economy won't matter anymore at that point. So, trying to come back too quickly from this is a dangerous thing.
Okay, I agree with you on all points, and that's not a partisan point of view. Parks,
no,
what have you got?
I would agree with you as well. I just think that a lot of times things are said to help boost, again, the morale and not need to be taken so literally. And that, of course, no local authorities or government are going to put the people in a situation where it could jeopardize the health of everybody. Because look where we are now, So.
Okay, I choose to believe that what you're saying is true, but my and the only thing I'll say about it is my only problem with this. I mean, aside from the obvious, is that what the president says and what the other people say who are standing right next to him are usually in direct contrast, and regardless of who's right and who's wrong. The ones who get hurt by that is all of us because we don't know anything. We don't know who to listen to. So
I would also like you to think though too, like of all the things the president has said, how many things has he actually followed through in?
Okay, but you know what? In the end, I choose to believe that this is a person who has a family, who has. And I choose not to believe that he would willingly put the health and safety of Americans in danger. But then there's the issue of he speaks, and then the Dr. Fauci comes up and says something completely different, and that's hurting. That's causing people to panic. That's what's causing the panic. The contrast between the two, like if President Trump says something, and then Dr. Fauci, he should say that's not right. That's wrong. He just doesn't do it.
The perfect example was when Trump said something about the hydro, whatever it was called. I forgot what it's called. That's used to treat malaria, but it's also used in fish tanks. There was when he was in that press conference talking about, that he has a good feeling. He has a good feeling about it being a cure. There was a couple that actually drank some of that.
Yeah, I read that.
And the husband died.
But with any medication, though, this is what you have to understand. With any medication, there's side effects, no matter what.
But
the commercials teach us anything. It's about all this great things that this medication can do, and then it goes on for 5 minutes saying about the side effects. So, I think the last thing we really should be talking about here is the cure. In my opinion, I think that shouldn't even be part of a talking point, because this is a natural thing. I consider viruses a natural part of life, and our body needs to build the antibodies to resist it. And yes, we need to protect our elderly and those who are compromised immunity. We need to be focusing on them, making sure that they don't get it. But in the grand scheme of things here, our bodies need to be exposed to these types of things. So when they come back in the future, we're not so honestly vulnerable to it.
Right, and that's why we need the testing. Not only the testing to see if people have it, but then also the antibody testing that can be used to develop, a future vaccine.
In the future, absolutely. And that's what we should be focusing on, and not this cure or anything like that.
Right.
Okay, fine, but also the morale
from high density events. I do agree with that, because you don't know if you get it, and you don't know what But he's making a point by saying, our economy can only hold on for so long. So yes, the health is more important, but if people don't have a job when this is all done, and they can't afford insurance, and they can't afford their rent, and they're on the street, how good is their health now? And so
you're 100% right.
That we're playing.
It's not people are dismissing, they're saying that he's talking about the economy as if it's a campaign talking point right now, and maybe it isn't, maybe it isn't, but that doesn't change the fact that he's not wrong about it.
Yes, I agree.
He's not wrong about it. Whatever his motivations are, he's not wrong about it. But like I said, to go back to, and what Mr. Carpio said about the couple that took the malaria drug. Well, if the president says that this is a good drug or a good thing, all right, I still have to get it prescribed by a doctor, and I'm still going to take my doctor's, advice over the president, because the president, no matter who it is, have we ever had an MD as a president, Mr. International Ace Cambridge teacher there? No,
we haven't.
So if Teddy Roosevelt himself came back from the dead and said this is a good drug, I still have to, I'm still going to go to my doctor. So, and I'm serious, and it's terrible what happened to these poor people, but that was a really not a very smart thing to do.
Yeah, I saw this kid. Apparently, there were teenagers that were licking toilet bowls.
What?
No, for real. It was called the Corona Challenge, and now the kid is sick with the coronavirus in the hospital.
You got to get off TikTok right now, Carpio.
I mean,
are you kidding me?
Natural selection.
Hey, you know what? I know that's what I was going to say. Social Darwinism. Those kids, their gene pools need to get out of the system.
Oh my God! Hot take.
They should not be passing on their genes to future generations. I'm sorry.
Oh God, where did that happen?
I say that
in the middle school bathroom.
No, I don't know. I just saw it come up here.
Oh, you're cheating.
It's fake news. That's
No,
fake
no,
news.
no. No, it was
Well,
on
no,
NBC.
actually, you know what? I believe it. I do believe it. This is, look, we are in uncharted waters, but the good part about it,
That's just disgusting.
the good part about this whole thing is that we're all in it together. So, you know,
We are all in this
we all go down together. No, we're all in it together. You know, so obviously some of us are more at risk. Like myself, I'm a diabetic, so I got to be very careful. And full disclosure, I used to be a cigarette smoker. So there are two things right there. So don't think I haven't been worrying about those things. And it's important for people to disclose these things, to come to terms with where they've been and what they've done to make sure that they are protected. Because, like I said, you know, even doctors, they don't know what to do right now. They're waiting for, you know, directives. So, but like I said, we're all in it together, and in a way, it's kind of a bonding thing. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to draw some kind of positive vibes from it.
Yeah, I mean that idea of being together and doing this thing, you know, for the betterment of everybody else and protecting everybody else. I think that's the positive that could come from this. And I mean, this is going to change. Honestly, this is going to change the way that we live.
I agree.
You're going to see a lot more people washing their hands. Hopefully, kids in our schools will be washing their hands much more thoroughly. I know that in Miami-Dade County, maybe the school board will actually pay for soap to be in those dispensers throughout Miami-Dade County, which I can tell you from experience, a lot of those soap dispensers were empty when I was there, even in faculty bathrooms. So, you know, it is going to change. Thankfully, I mean, it will change the way that we live, I think, for the positive.
Yeah, and another thing that's going to be change for the betterment is that we're no longer, I think, going to be outsourcing so many of our medical supplies.
Yeah, you were saying that. You were saying that before. I mean,
that's going to be a huge thing, because cheaper doesn't always mean, you know, better in the long run when things happen and you need access to it. You know, we need to make sure that we, you know, have all the access to all that, you know, and we're not trying to compete with other countries who are, you know.
We're realizing that. We're realizing that we, you know, while we are good at everything, are we the best at anything? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We're good at everything. We can make cars. We can make TVs. We have good health care.
Are we a jack of all trades but a master of none?
Yes, that's kind of.
Oh, that's a great show.
Yeah.
That's a great show on Netflix. I highly recommend Master of None with Aziz Ansari. I mean, it's hilarious.
Who?
But
Is that the guy from The Big Sick? Is that the guy from The Big Sick? Oh God,
The Big Sick.
The movie The Big Sick.
No, different guy.
Oh,
you might want to edit that out.
Why? That's a very funny movie. No. I liked it a lot. What?
Anyway, Aziz Ansari, Master of None, very good.
So, do you think that that's what we are? We are jack of all trades, but master of nothing.
I don't agree with that statement, but.
All right. So what would you say our country is number one in, as far as what we can produce or
what gives us an edge? And I know that you probably both aren't going to like this statement, but it is our capitalistic nature, because we allow competition to drive. And when there's competition, people are at their best.
I'll agree with that 110%.
So
I agree.
I think that pushes every individual, whether it be doctors, you know, corporate America or whatever, to try to be the best in their field, right? Because it's either eat or be eaten, you know. And so I think that does produce a lot of high quality
Yeah, the thing
talent.
is, do you think people will still buy into that when this is over?
I think that we're going to rechange, just like how 9/11 changed the whole security airport system, everything like that,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be changed now, our manufacturing and distribution when it comes to medical supplies. For other things, I'm not sure we'll get behind that, right? But when it comes to medical, what's the word? Medications, vaccines, all that. I think that we will start now putting more focus on that.
Yeah, we got to be ahead of the game.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. And yeah, I agree 110% with what you said. I think we are a capitalist society, and that's what makes us who we are, for better or worse. And that's the United States. That's what we were founded upon, and that's what we're going to continue to be. But anyway, we've probably bored you people enough.
Nobody's even still listening.
As teachers,
if somebody is still listening, I would love for them to shoot me an email.
Well, we're not live.
I will give you extra credit. I will give you an A on the next test if you email me telling me that you actually listened to this moment right here. My email is sparks@coralspringscharter.org. Make sure you include your name, though, because I might not know.
Yeah, because if they're going to get extra credit, they're going to put somebody else's name on that thing. They're like, Becca's going to write to you, I want Ian to get credit for this. It's not me, it's Ian on Becca's email. I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm pretty sure she's probably giving him other,
Wait, what?
Jesus, edit that. Edit that.
I'm gonna move on from that one.
Just leave it out. Leave it out.
It's a good thing you're leaving, because wow. Anywho, so I want to end this by asking each of you to come up with some kind of inspiring words to impart to our our listener.
I got one.
What have you? What can you say? You're a teacher now. You're sending your students out into the unknown. What do you say?
Strategery.
See, I get that. I get that. That's Will Ferrell, George W. Bush.
You sounded like George W.
Well, that's because it was Will Ferrell. Will, I remember that. That's great. And what was the other? What was the other thing? Lockbox.
Lockbox.
Yeah. All right, you sticking with that? Strategery.
Strategery. Yes.
All right.
I mean, inspiring words. Listen. Do some reading, for God's sakes. Expand your horizons.
Real inspiring.
Get cultured.
Seriously, get cultured. I mean, learn. You know what? You're cooped up at home. Learn a language. How about that?
Yeah,
get on Duolingo.
I like that. I tried that. I don't like it at all, by the way.
Learn a language.
It was making me say all these random words. I was like, when am I ever going to say cat, dog, animal, rabbit? And it was just horrible.
What the hell are you two talking about?
But as Francois.
What grade is he in?
Hold on, not Francois. Madame Francis told me.
Yes.
Go on Quizlet. There's tons of conversation, note cards, and with the actual audio with it to learn how to pronounce it.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
I did that when I thought I was going to France, and I actually learned how to say hi and bye.
Yeah, I actually passed.
Ça va?
No, I saw that. I saw that while I was looking for my Rambo Quizlet thing that I was playing.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Parks, is that your inspirational thing, or do you want to do something a little different than Mr. Carpio?
No, well, the inspiration is different than my advice to the kids is to keep busy and think about all the projects you always wanted to do but never had time to do, like scrapbook or put together a photo collage or print out pictures or do things that you always want to do that you're never going to have time for, because once college starts, in the real world after that, you find that it's few and far between. And my inspirational words are always the same. When the road gets you down, just keep swimming.
And I'll quote my ex-wife, carpe diem.
I don't even know why you had to quote your wife for that. I don't get it.
Ex.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
I mean, your ex. Yeah, sorry.
But I think what you said is really, really very good. Actually, it's use this time, make the most out of it. They say lemons into lemonade. Well, that's what this is. Do something with it.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to say is that we're just all going to die. But not from this. You get that?
I'll sing for you. I'll close my eyes.
No, you see what I'm saying?
Only for a moment.
But did you get what I'm trying to say? We're all going to die someday, but it ain't going to be this. We're going to beat this. And what? You know what? I try to do things right, and I get,
You can't win, Groot. You can't win.
No. So I'm just going to stop trying. I'm just, you know what? Oh my God! No, I would say exactly what you said, Parks, and I'll deny ever having said it, even though now it's like recorded and in the air forever. But I agree 100% with you. Take the time and use it wisely. Don't waste it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Don't waste it, because we really don't know what we've got. So let's do it. And with that, I think we'll bid everybody a what?
Wait,
Go ahead.
Say, can we at the end? Can we do it all? A once a Panther, always a Panther with the clap?
Of course.
Please.
Wait, how does that go again?
Okay.
First you say once a Panther, and then you say always a Panther.
And you do the bear claw. I mean the Panther claw.
Okay.
All right. Well, all right. So close that out, Gru, and then we can do it.
Well, we're closed. All right, fine. So we're going to try to do this as often as we can. We're going to bring in. So I've been in touch with some of the kids from Panther Promotions.
Hold on, wait. I gotta do this again.
No, I meant we, Jesus. As in like the charter.
The
people.
royal we. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, we're gonna try. We have time. We're actually working on upping the technology here, because our studio at the school is certainly a lot better than what we've got here. But we're working on that. Amazon is about 3 years behind in their deliveries.
Yes.
But we're waiting on some stuff. But we're going to try to continue with these. To keep you entertained, give you something to listen to, something to connect you to what's going on with us. And our online learning is starting next week, and it'll be certainly very interesting to see how that goes. But we are all with you. We do miss you guys and girls. We miss everybody, even though we don't say it enough when we're there. But we do. And you're a part of our everyday lives. And when you're not there, we can feel the void. So we'll try to come at you as much as we possibly can. And with that, I will defer over to Ms. Parks for the
final benediction.
for whatever the benedict. Yeah, the ending benediction.
Ready, boys? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Once a Panther, always a Panther. Oh, wait, I screwed it up. Try it again.
We suck. When I say 3, we all in unison say once a Panther, and then clap, and then say always a Panther. Okay, ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Once a Panther, always
a Panther. All right, we'll get it better next
You're
time.
All slow.
Take care, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye. Wait, we're not really saying bye, though.
No, yeah, we are.
You're still on.
I just spent like an hour and a half of my life that I'm never getting back.
All right, take care, everybody. Take care.
Bye.